Hey guys, it's Cardfight here, and today I'm here with another deck profile. This time around we'll be doing a standard new Nectar deck profile. So this is one of the clans that I picked up from the new set, and obviously Cecilia is one of my favorite units of all time, alongside Lukier and Gabriel and some other things I can't list off the top of my head. But yes, I was very excited when they released this. So let's get right into the deck profile. I recently started playing Vanguard a lot again. Well, not a lot, but more than I did previously. So I did get to revamp my Pale Moon deck and my Exculpate deck, which is not that good, but it's still pretty fun to play. So I'll show you guys those later on this month, probably too. And I also have my Angel Feather deck that is also ready to be showcased. So let's get right into the deck profile. So we're starting Vanguard. We're running one Broccoli Knight, Broccoli Musketeer Kira. Not much to say about that. She is the only option you have. I'm not going to get too much into the effects because I'm sure most of you know what they do already, but I'm just going to explain why I'm running them. And actually, the deck for the most part is pretty self-explanatory. Running 4 Cecilias mainly because she will be one of your main Vanguards to ride into. So obviously you want to ride her for ride her second because she'll get benefits from her skill, which to give the extra 10k to your front row and to call an extra unit out. But she's a lot better than some of the other units where you don't get any benefits for riding them first. So just in case you do ride her first, you can still, you know, call out units. Next, we were running just 4 Maiden of Trailing Rose. I was actually running 3 before, but I feel like 4 makes it a bit more consistent to ride into. Before I was running 3 Tomato Man, 3 Trailing Rose, but Tomato Man isn't that great on the Vanguard circle. He's a great rearguard though, so I'm still running 2 of those. But yeah, the good thing about Maiden of Trailing Rose is that she does have a rearguard skill. So even if you call her out and use her as pop fodder, it's fine. And you'll still get to call out the plant token for the rearguard circle. So that is quite nice there. Obviously, she'll be mainly what you want to ride into first, so you can get that extra plant token, and you get to pump up your front row, or pump your plant tokens with her second skill. Next, we're running 2 Tomato Mans. Tomato Man is a great rearguard. Not that good of a Vanguard, but if he is the only option you have, he's not that bad because he can still let you draw a card for popping 2 plant tokens, as well as getting plus 10k. And near the end of the game, or mid game, you're gonna have a lot of plant tokens on the field. So if you don't know what to do with them, you can just eat them with Plant Man or Tomato Man, and that'd be good. So running 10 grade 3s, which is 10 grade 3 is like mainly what I want to run now in my lineups, just so you can get those markers easier. And these grade 3s, like besides Cecilia, all of my other grade 3s have useful skills on the rearguard circle, so it's not that bad to call them out if you need to. And you can always pop them with Cecilia, or you can pop Tomato Man with his own skill to call out some more plant tokens. Next, you're running 3 Gaivant. So he obviously gets power when he's called out, and he gets, for every grade 0 regard you have, he gets plus 5k. So the main reason I'm only running 3 is because there's a lot of times when I call him out and I only have like 1 or 2 plant tokens, which doesn't benefit him that greatly. So I feel like I'd rather run other cards in this deck that can benefit me more. But he does hit for really good numbers. He's very, very good early game for getting some extra damage in, especially when you ride into Sylvia and you can call Plant Token out. And then if you have 2 Sylvias and then 1 of him, then he gets plus 10k, which is really, really good. Next, we are running 4 Tree Man. Tree Man is also very, very good rearguard. You need to have 2 grade 0s or more in order for you to practice skill, but you get to draw a card and this card and a card in the same row as this card gets plus 5k, so that helps you bump up extra numbers. And the good thing about this deck is that a lot of the costs is distributed between soul blasting and counter blasting, so you won't be very tight on counter blast space. Mainly for the counter blast, you'll be paying it for this guy and Cecilia, and then for your soul blast, you'll be using it for your grade, for your trailing rows, your Marcas, and sometimes your Rebecca's if you want to use a skill. Sorry about that. Next, we are running 4 Sylvia's. Pretty self-explanatory. She calls a plant token when you call her out, or ride her. So there's that. A lot of times you're going to use her for a early game attacker, just so you can flood your field with units. Great ones, we're running 4 Rebecca. Rebecca gives power to another grade 1 unit, or lower, grade 1 or lower unit. So you can give them to plant tokens or your other grade 1s. So very, very versatile there. Best part about her is she's reusable. So her second skill lets you put her back into your hand for the cheap cost of a Soul Blast 1 and a Retirement 1 plant token. And yeah, not much else to say about that. Next, we're running 4 Marukas. So she also helps you call plant token, but she also costs Soul Blast. So actually, there's a lot more Soul Blasting in this deck than there's Counter Blasting, but it's not too big of a deal since you're going to re-ride over and over again. So that's not bad. She calls, if you ride her, ideally she's what you want to ride into first for grade 1, because you can call it that plant token. But then she's also a very good booster because she also gives power to unit in the same row as this card and herself, so helps you hit those extra numbers. Just a very good card in general. I quite like all the new Musketeer support. It's nice. Or new Nectar support, my bad. Next, we're running 4 Fruit Basket Elf. Now, this card it's pretty useful because you can Soul Blast 1 and retire her to call 2 plant tokens. And if you're grade 3 or more Vanguard, those plant tokens get plus 5k. Mainly if you're low on rear guards, you're just going to call her out. And of course, the plant tokens, since if you call her out and you're grade 3, they'll be 10k. So they can be used to attack or boost, and it's still pretty good. Yeah, I mean, not much else to say about that. It's just a nice card to have to replenish your field in case you get field wiped or other unfortunate things. For the triggers, whoops, that's weird. For the triggers, we are running 8 crit, 4 draws, and 4 heals. Mainly because this deck gives enough pluses that I don't need to run draws. You'll benefit a lot from the plant tokens itself, and you can actually use the plant tokens to rush very often because they just pop out whenever you call a unit that can call a plant token. So it's yeah, this deck is just really consistent. I mean, you do get kind of crappy calls with Cecilia sometimes, but for the most part, it's pretty good. I really like the fact that plant tokens are just their own little cards that don't require searching your deck or anything like that. So that it makes I don't know. It's just a kind of interesting mechanic, I guess. Just using your plant tokens to pay the cost as well as using to attack and stuff. They're just really versatile, and they can get pretty scary if you buff them enough early game, and your opponent just can't guard against them. It's pretty funny sometimes. But yeah, there's another great 3 that I see people run. I think it's Maiden of Splash or something. Personally, I'm not running her because I think the Counterblast 3 is not very good, but I can see her merits. You get 70k columns with your plant tokens, but I prefer this build. It's more consistent and it's just very easy to play. So that's pretty much it for this deck profile. Not much else to say. Plant tokens are cute. Look at them. Look at them. They're so cute. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this deck profile. Thanks for watching, guys. This is Cardfight, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.